Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forrest. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and intuitive life coach. And today, of course, is Friday, May the 13th, 2022. And there's going to be a lot happening in this coming 10 days. The activities with the sun are going to be really increasing. There's going to be a lot more unfolding energetically for those of us that are consciously involved in the ascension movement. And that's anyone and everyone that's actually doing what they can to uplift the collective consciousness of humanity to a higher state. There's going to be a lot more energy coming in for you to utilize to assist in your purpose of manifestation of helping human collective unconsciousness evolve. I also want to remind everybody that tomorrow's meditation is going to be with Mother Gaia on manifesting wealth. And that's going to be tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Supernatural Saturday, the Saturday edition of our weekly program. And it's going to be Manifesting Wealth with Mother Gaia. So please join us for that. Today I have with me the energy of Master St-Germain, and he wants to discuss the concept of authentic happiness. And we'll get into that in just a couple of minutes. I want to say good morning to everybody. It's a beautiful sunshiny day here in downtown Toronto. And the world is changing as humans change. You know, we are such a funny species, aren't we? We think we are separate from the changes we see, but we are not. Everything that's happening around all of us right now, we are deliberately participating in, whether you know it or not. That's exactly what you're doing. Every thought, every emotion, every consideration you have in your mind is a creative force. And I like that. Let's see who we have here this morning. Good morning, Animo. Good morning, SJK. Hi, Kira. How you doing? Good morning, Marigold and Adam. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Allison from South Africa. Good to have you all joining us today. And again, the concept of authentic happiness, you know, we have been so trained by the environment to think that everything that we need comes from outside of our bodies. And everything that the body needs comes from this world. That is true. Everything that the body needs to survive comes from this world. But not everything comes from this world that you need to thrive as a soul, as a spiritual entity, as awareness, as consciousness, as a creating intelligence. Understand, you are a creating intelligence that is utilizing a physical body to do so in this dimension. He says that, you know, people say that most people say that if they had everything they want, you wouldn't necessarily be happy if you had everything you wanted. He says that's not true. If people knew they could create what they wanted, they would not only be significantly more careful about what they thought and felt and held onto in terms of beliefs, they would also be a lot more excited about their lives, knowing that they can create through the application of congealing energy with thought. Congealing energy with thought. That your thought literally operates as a conductor for subatomic particles to enjoin in the creation of the vibration of your thought. Many of you believe that you have to wait for something outside of yourself in order to find fulfillment and happiness. But you are a creating intelligence. You are able to define that reality of happiness that you wish to experience with the quality of your thinking that you can choose very carefully if you are aware enough to make the distinction between your awareness and your thoughts, which most people have not yet learned to do on this dimension, which is why there is so much going on right now, as many think that they have to manipulate and control environmental circumstances and conditions rather than learn to manage and manipulate their own thought processes as an act of creation. If you understand my previous statement that thought acts as a conductor, orchestrating thoughts at the subatomic level, taking particles into manifestation, bringing particles, organizing them. That is what your thought does. It organizes particles at the subatomic level. If that thought is sustained and maintained consistently, that level of order grows in magnitude. In other words, the subatomic particles, as they combine, begin to compound and form greater and denser, more elements of matter at the atomic level. So you go from what you call the subatomic level of organization to the atomic level of organization, and then to the electronic level of organization, which then begins to interface with biology, which then begins to produce a biological organization of matter. From the smallest of particles to what you see, the physical body that you are in right now, there was an organization of energy precipitated by a creating intelligence that knew how to organize matter through the use of creative thought. You do this all the time, but many of you are unaware of this fact. You organize molecules all the time in your body. Even using this vocal cord system to speak through, there is an organization of electronic particles that started off at the preceding non-physical level of ideation that organized particles to direct this body to electronically move in response to the flow of denser electronic particles moving through the nervous system of this form, causing language to be issued forth from it. Now, what you may ask, does this all have to do with authentic happiness? What would this possibly have to do with authentic happiness? From the perspective that your thought can organize matter in a chain of events from the subatomic level to the more gross level of physical matter, that you can then structure and organize a quality and kind of thought that would enable you to generate experiences not only in your own body, but in your environment, for your environment follows the exact principles that the conditions of your physical body does. Again, the process of sustaining over a period of time a particular quality of thought to the extent that it is given time enough to organize matter into an expression is where most people fall short. Many of you think that I can manifest this instantly, and yes, this is true when you understand this is true. But until then, you have to come to the understanding that there is a process of organization that begins to occur when you conceive that you can be filled with joy, or you conceive that you can be wealthy, or you conceive that you are content. The moment the conception happens, the process of creation begins in earnest. And so you can hear and see the organization of electronic expression through this form that's being fed this vibrational frequency. Again, from an invisible realm to the visible spectrum, in this case, the visible spectrum from the perspective of your auditory system, where your ears are able to hear the electronic representation of this information in the form of what you call a sound wave. The same principle remains true on all levels of consciousness, whether it is thought or sound or smell or touch or taste. They are all electronic manifestations of thought, in the end, creative manifestations of consciousness. Your authentic happiness is in your consciousness. It's in your creating faculty, your ability to select consciously and intelligently between one thought or another, to deliberately say this thought will organize matter into this condition, and this thought will organize matter into this condition. And from this perspective of awareness, you begin the act of conducting creation as your experience. And you may do so to be fulfilled in whatever it is you give your attentions to. One might be so crass as to say that it is very possible that you may be able to turn around and formulate a thought in a very different way that would indeed restructure your world from one thought to another. You may restructure your whole world from one thought to another. Now, please understand that you as awareness are the orchestrator and conductor of thought and energy. And this is where you may find your freedom, because freedom ultimately in the knowledge that you can create is your happiness. Your freedom is in the knowledge that you can create, and that is your happiness. That you can create deliberately and intentionally what it is you will or will not experience. What you will or will not experience. And in the position of being able to choose, is that not the ultimate place of freedom? To know that you can choose any thought, any emotion, any idea, and hold your attention there, giving time with your attention to be the mechanism that causes matter, time, space, and energy to coalesce into formation of that manifestation. Now we know there are many of you too that have also understood and are applying this principle in simple areas, like you want a parking spot, or you want to get guidance and you receive certain numbers or certain events occur around you as you think them, because you have a process in place now where you are intentionally saying, this is what I want. And the process of the organization of energy from the subatomic level to the gross matter of the physical form becomes very quick as you gain experience through this process of understanding that you are in fact creating all that you are experiencing, all that you are experiencing from one point of time and space to the other, from one lifetime to the next. You are creating intelligence. And is that not the most delightful happiness that one could hope to have, that you are able in any moment to begin a process of creation, a process of recreation, for you may be in one creation that you do not like, that is not exciting and pleasing to you, and you may alter by the process of intention and focus new ideas, new thought, consistently and repeatedly in a process of reorganizing the conditions of your life from one state to another. And that is the ultimate happiness. It is authentically happiness to know that you are able to create and manifest as you will. And as you do, whether you are aware of this or not, it is very difficult to accept responsibility for errors in creation that cause you suffering. You understand? That it is difficult to accept responsibility for things that cause you suffering. But you are in the experience that you are in, and you can alter the experience you are in if you understand this process of keeping your creating attention where you wish the energy to organize itself into manifesting. It will organize exactly in alignment with the nature and quality of the thought you utilize and the energy that that thought produces, which is the organizing movement of these subatomic particles from the undifferentiated state of consciousness into the differentiated state of matter. Thought is invisible to your eyes and your ears, but it is quite visible in your awareness, and it bears a direct effect upon your physiology and your environment, whether you are aware of this or not. And when you come to the understanding that you have free choice and free will, which begin to be utilized consciously, that you may select and choose a thought to begin a process of re-articulating and restructuring your energy, your environment, your body into a new expression that is pleasing to you. And in that act of conscious and deliberate creation, you will find the authentic happiness that is innate and natural to the nature of being a creator. To the nature of being a creator, authentic happiness is your being. Understanding that this is truly what you are. Wow. Hello, everyone. Hi, Sunny. Hi, Drusilla. Yeah, I love this concept that our thought begins to organize particles that we don't see, subatomic particles, that the minute you have a thought, it actually begins that process. And yes, I also like the idea that the minute we recognize we are responsible for what we're experiencing, and we begin to alter and change our thinking, and we begin to alter and change the actual structure and foundation upon which the appearance of our world is built. I really love this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Con. Yes, this will be a very short day today, I understand. So whatever questions you might have about this concept of authentic happiness, please remember to write them in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll know when we come live. And remember to give the video a thumbs up. It helps to bring this information to other people that might need it somewhere out there in this vast movement of human ascension that is underway right now. There is an amazing movement on this planet. They're telling me that it's going to get really, really exciting. If you can integrate these energies and utilize them, a lot of people are feeling extreme fatigue and tiredness, and this is because your biology responds to these types of energies differently than you can. You can instill a different way for your body to utilize that energy. Get more active, be more physical, go out and play, go out and ground in nature, drink more water. There are different ways you can train your body to integrate these energies that are going to be coming in very strongly over the next 10 days. So be up and about. Don't let your body do what it naturally does when it experiences something it doesn't like, where it wants to avoid it. I don't like this feeling. Watch it, because the body will try and control you that way. And you are supposed to be its master. It's not supposed to be your master. Yeah. So understand this, that this coming 10 days is going to be really powerful. From the sun, you're going to be receiving a lot of energy. Go out and ground. Remember, drink lots of good, clean water. Don't drink it out of plastic bottles if you can. Get a good water filtration system. Don't drink water out of plastic bottles. It is not good for your body, contrary to what any other person says. Plastic is not designed for the human body. Water was not meant to live in plastic bottles. It was not meant. Glass is a beautiful substance. Use glass. So I really do hope you will enjoy these coming 8 days. Please do. Let's see if we got any questions here that we can look at. Hi, guys. Hi, Jacqueline. Question from JC. My husband's sister is toxic, and I'm doing my best to separate from her and wish her well. She continues to rope in my adult kids, and as a result, me. Any advice? Well, a while ago, they gave us a very simple exercise for dealing with toxic people like that. If you understand what Master St-Germain is saying today, that your thought begins to organize conditions of matter around you, starting from the subatomic level right up to the obvious level of gross matter, like the physical body, the world we see with our senses, then even your question contains elements of creation that are not suitable for the result that you're seeking. Put your attention rather on the understanding that this one is finding her happiness and yours is increasing. That this one is finding her happiness and yours is increasing. Please understand, you cannot, with your adult children, do anything more than to perhaps remind them that what they think and feel and believe, and what others tell them to think and feel and believe, is teaching them a process of creation. All of your media systems around this world are in a process of teaching people what to think and believe is real or not real, and most people just accept it without question. But please understand that you are a creative soul. You are intelligence, able to select consciously and deliberately the nature and quality of a thought, knowing what effect that thought will bear forth as fruit in the experience of your life. So what thought would you have then that would give you the joy and freedom that you would wish also for others? For what you will hold in your heart and offer to others will be a gift that will be received one way or another. For there is none in this world that enjoys suffering. There are none in this world that enjoy suffering. Wow, thank you. Great question, JC. I know I was given a process to him. I was personally given a process. I'm going to just cut him off for a second here. This process of literally holding in your mind's eye that person that you want out of your life. Hold them in your mind's eye, see them smiling, and make this statement to them. I release you with love and grace, and then imagine them turning and walking away from you. I release you with love and grace. The other thing to consider is, what is it she really needs? What does that woman really need that she's behaving this way? What does she really think she's missing? Where is she hurting? What's missing from her life? Because obviously she needs something. She's trying to garner all this attention. There's a need not being met. Wow. Thank you, JC. Question from Nancy. As a child, I was shy and didn't feel important. What took my power away? Was this from past lives? Yeah, well, again, the emotional sensitivity that you carry from your higher faculties, that level of sensitivity, you must understand that the inversion was simply not understanding your own creative process. You have not lost your power nor assertiveness. You just simply have not understood how to develop it properly. And again, even in the statement of your question, you still hold on to this reality. You still carry it in your thought. Therefore, you carry it in your world. If you hold it in your thought, whether that thought is in your uppermost awareness or your deepest mind, where you're not so aware, wherever you hold your thought, it bears fruit in your world. The evidence is all around you. If you change that thought, as above, so below, it will change in this world. Have no thought like that in your mind. You are a strong, powerful, creative individual, able to articulate profound and powerful, positive changes in your world. Are you not? Is that not a better truth of thought? Is that not a more creative energy for you? Consider this, that the nature of thought generates an electrical energy you call emotion. And when that thought is sustained and maintained, the emotional energy to it grows. It begins to bear a more immediate effect on your physical being and the environment at large. Is that not wonderful? You can have happiness in knowing this truth, and you would. If you understood and applied and lived this truth, you would be very happy, knowing you are able to create the design of your life as you would think it to be so. And as you think it, so it is. And as you think, so it shall be. Wow. Thank you. Great question. A question from Adam. Please explain how exactly the third eye acts as a spiritual organ that causes the integration and processing of spatial and dimensional impressions into visual imagery when it is used. They're saying that's not the case. That is only the organ through which that information is translated. Much the same way as you can take a receiving system in your conventional radio world. A conventional receiving system is attuned to that particular frequency. Now, that system also has a range of attunement to it, as does this organ you call your pineal gland, but its range is not limited to one band or another. It is a wide open organism that allows that information to communicate through from all dimensions. It is you, as awareness, that may direct and hone your focus in such a fashion that you may tune to specific elements in multi-spatial dimensions, as well as with multidimensional beings, past, present, future timelines through that organ. But you are now the attuning mechanism that can tune into that time frame, that spatial experience, that dimensional element. Through that organ, all possibilities are open to be drawn down into your consciousness to utilize in creation in this dimension. It's a beautiful question. Thank you. Question from SJK. I have never understood why we are told we can create everything, but then we are also told you needed this experience to learn lessons, as if sometimes someone else is pulling the strings. That's a great question. He's laughing. He's saying, now you come to the place where you make the decision. Now you get to decide if you are going to be the independent creator, or will you still be amenable to the ideas and information of others that would limit you. You may garner from any experience that you've had in your past great wealth of information and knowledge that can liberate you from that past and its subsequent possible causes of suffering. Your understanding and perception of events can utilize their energy positively or negatively in your life subsequently. But at this point now, you sit on the cusp between, will I choose to believe that I am creator and then embark on that journey, or will you choose to believe that I have to go through these experiences in order to become aware that I am a creator? You start creating. You start making the correlation between what you are experiencing and what you are thinking. You'll come to a very clear understanding that you are a creator. And then you will go through the natural learning process of creating one thing and experiencing the creation, and then making adaptations and adjustments as you go along in the process of creation. For there will be errors in perception as you go along, and that is okay. You can correct that as well. Wow, thank you. Great question. Question from Angela. I am currently working on healing and releasing childhood trauma and anxiety that carried into adulthood. Any advice for me on this journey? Come and take our Mediumship 102 program. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and sign up for our Mediumship, our masterclasses, Mediumship 102 course. Go and sign up for that course. It deals and provides you with all the tools and skills you need to go in and literally release old, past, dense energies. Our new Mediumship Program cycle begins this July, I believe. We start our Mediumship 101 program. And these are all master classes in mediumship, master classes for learning to operate your own mind and body independent of what the environment has conditioned you to believe. So please go do that. That will really assist you. He's saying for the moment, it's important you understand, review what you have heard today. If you understand, then you will be free. These old childhood traumas still live in your body, and you need to release them, and you need to heal them. And there's a process, a transmutational process that you can undertake in applying thought to old emotional memories in your body to transform and change them. Wow, thank you. Great question, Angela. Thank you so much. Hi, Nancy. Question from Jacqueline. I usually receive lots of guidance, but recently things seem to be quite quiet. Yeah. Again, there are higher density frequencies coming that were really from both Gaia, from the sun, from all the other planets in the system, in fact, from the entire galactic center and the universal center. There is a huge shift underway right now. One of the ways you can open those pathways up again, he's saying one of the ways you can open those pathways up is go out and ground, get out in nature, get your bare feet on earth, get your bare feet on the earth, and let the body be recalibrated by Gaia, because Gaia's processing these ascension energies from the sun very differently than our bodies can on their own. So connect your body to Gaia. Go out to a forest, to nice clean green grass. Go out, put your feet in the ocean, somewhere where you can electrically give your body the opportunity to connect with the earth. Most people are walking around in rubber-soled shoes, and they're electrically disconnected biologically from the earth. You need to get your shoes off your feet, get your feet on the ground, or get your hands on a tree. You need to get grounded. That's going to really help you a lot. It'll help you a great deal. And it'll clear these channels up when the energy recalibrates in the body. Meditation will also help too, but for you, I'm getting strongly that you need to ground. Wonderful. Question from Vio. Hi, Vio. I left my eldest son back at home with my mom in search of a better life for all of us, but it's like I failed my son. He has started to be rebellious, and I feel like I wasn't there enough. Yes. So that's more of a statement. Again, the nature of your thought on this issue, if you have concerns about the righteousness of your action, then your concerns will have as much creative manifestation effects in your environment as will thinking about what you truly want, that this is a beautiful opportunity for you and your son and your mother. And that's all this is a wonderful opportunity for them to grow and evolve in the most powerful and profound ways. But which garners your thought? Which garners your attention the most? Be very mindful. You are a creator. Authentic happiness comes when you understand that you are a creating intelligence, not simply a collage of thoughts, a physical body exclusively, that you are the awareness here to orchestrate alterations and changes in your experience of creation in this physical dimension. Wow, that's really cool. Thank you. Got time for 2 more questions. Question from Jana. Any advice how to balance my thyroid organ? I'm releasing tension from it with breath and giving it loving energies. Attention. Thank you. I'm being told the words Celtic sea salt, or what's called also real salt. You need to make certain you're getting enough of these particular things. Your lymphatic system needs some moving too. You need to be more active with your body. You need to be more active with your body so the passive function of your lymphatic system can be activated through movement. Yes, you want to get the lymphatic system moving so that some of the toxins that your thyroid can't process can get released. Again, this is just what this is not medical advice. It's just information flowing through from whoever it is flowing through to you from. Thank you so much. Great question. Question from Christopher. I will be going through the Redwood Forest. Wow. I'm getting so much excitement for that. You're going to have a blast. I would like to connect the spiritual with the natural. Is there a better way than the way I've been doing this? Thank you. Please understand, each of you is a bridge between the physical and the material. You are a bridge between the spiritual and the physical. Remember this, that you are this. In the place of your awareness, when your eyes are closed and you are aware that you are aware, in that place, you are the spiritual. You are the consciousness, the awareness that functions independent of form, but through it. And in that place of awareness, join in the awareness of these great beings, this last handful of these great ancient beings upon your planet, at least upon the surface of your planet. But join with them in your awareness, not so much through your biology. Place your hands upon them, your feet upon them, but place your awareness in awareness with their being, and you will find that that bridge was already there, and you will be able to walk upon it and experience that communion with those entities that you are seeking, for they carry great knowledge and wisdom of many thousands of years of your world in this time-space line. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you, Christopher. Well, I want to say thank you, everyone. Christopher, have a beautiful trip to the Redwoods. It's you can talk to the spirit of the Redwoods through any tree if you understand the process that you were just told, that as awareness, you are the bridge between the immaterial and the material. And anyway, I want to wish you all a wonderful day. Just a quick rundown of things here. So tomorrow's meditation is on creating wealth with Lady Gaia, and she'll be coming in to do that. Next week on Monday, May the 16th, I've got my guardian angel John's coming in to discuss how to change your emotional frequency. I'm really excited about this because this is so much fun when you understand how to change your emotional frequency. Wednesday, May the 18th, 2022, we've got 3 simple steps to begin healing your past. So somebody's asking a question about their childhood. This would be a great time for you to come out and join this one. 3 steps to healing your past. And that's going to be with Master Jesus. And he's calling it a process of letting go. And that will be next week. And I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to my patrons so much. You really make it possible to make this happen the way it happens. And all of you bring a really special energy to this. So thank you so much for coming out. Remember to, if you're new to the channel, to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, right? And hit the notification bell so you know whenever we come live. I want to say thank you to Master St-Germain for being present with us today and the other beings that communicated some of the answers to the people that requested it. And I want to wish you all much, much love and have yourself a wonderful, joyful day. Go out and ground these next 10 days. Get your feet on the ground, get your hands on trees because they connect directly to the ground. But grounding, lots of good, clean water. Drink lots of water, not out of plastic bottles if you can avoid it. Get a home filtration system. Get some way to make good, clean water for yourself. Plastic is not designed to impart its molecules into your body. I want to wish you all much love. Have a wonderful and joyful day. Bye for now. Take care.